Hey everyone, Mr. MCA here. This is a quick lap guide for round 5 of the 2024 Nations Cup taking place at Daytona infield with any Group 1 car on the racing medium tires. The Mazda 787B is the most dominant car, at least in the time trial, so I'll be using this car. And because this car is a wild ride, I'm actually going to turn on the traction control and I'm going to set it to 1. This will come in handy as you exit the hairpins in the infield section. For your qualifier runs, you can start on the right side for a bit more speed, but for the first turn you're going to brake before you reach the light that is on the right. Full braking power, making your way down to second gear for a bit more rotation, but exit on third gear and be really nice and careful getting back on the throttle. Before you reach the path on the right, that is where you want to start to brake, and this is just like the first hairpin where you go down to second gear for more rotation, exit on third gear and be really careful getting back on the throttle. This left kink can be taken flat out, but brake before you reach the path on the left. Going down to second gear for a bit more rotation, back up to third, nice and careful getting back on the throttle. Before you reach the path on the right, that is where you start to brake. Just like in the previous hairpins, down to second gear for more rotation, carefully get back up to third, nice and careful getting back on the throttle, and bring yourself towards the left. And you're going to stay towards the left side of the track until the banking ends, and that's when you move towards the right. Just after the tube board, there's a light, and you want to brake before that light and take advantage of the yellow curves as they are still within track limits. You want to try to straight line it out of the bus up chicane, because if you get a good exit out of the chicane, you can gain quite a bit of time as you'll be able to reach higher speeds. And just stick towards the left side of the track as we get ready to switch over to the bumper view, which will start in just a moment. Alright, so getting ready to start the bumper view, here we go. So again, looking for the light that is on the right, as that is the first braking point, and we'll see it in just a moment. Here we go. So light on the right, brake before you pass it, go down to second gear for more rotation, back up to third gear as you exit the hairpins, and this applies to all the hairpins. And you do see traction control kicking in a little bit here and there, so it does help keep the car in check a little bit, but I'm still trying to do my part with controlling the throttle input, so that way the traction control doesn't kick in way too much. And again, going down to second gear for more rotation, back up to third gear, nice and careful getting back on the throttle. Traction control kicks in a little bit right there just to prevent that little bit of wheel spin, as these cars, these Group C cars, are a bit of a wild ride. Especially going back onto the oval track, it is a bit bumpy, the car will get unsettled, so you do have to be careful there. Even if you have traction control on, you still want to be careful with your throttle input going back onto the oval. Look for the light on the right as you want to brake before you pass it. Take advantage of the yellow curves as you're still within track limits. Try to straight line it through the chicane, especially as you're coming out of it, to get a faster exit. And just stick towards the left side of the track. And again, I do have traction control at 1 to help keep this car in check a bit. And do remember that this race has 2 mandatory pit stops, so make sure you do your 2 mandatory pit stops. That's all for this lap guide. Good luck in this race. This is Mr. MCA, and I'll see you in the next video.